What's your problem? Hey, Paris, how you doing? How's things? Hey, Jessica. Hmm? What's your problem? I'm naughty? Yeah, I'm doing good. Really exhausted? Yeah, I know how that feels. I had a nice light day today, thank God. I still got more things to do, but I haven't done it yet. Every day I'll do a little bit here and there. Miss Diamond in the back. She just finished drinking all this water just now. Biggest pain in the ass in the world. Now she's gonna fix her blanket and move it all around. Damn dog. Such a nuisance. Stop. What are you doing? Yeah, I do love her the most, even though she's the biggest pain in my ass. Yeah, that's true. She loves that damn blanket. I want to throw it in the trash. But she'd be lost without her blanket. Between her bed and her blanket, it's getting windier and windier here. Windier and windier. It's not gonna rain yet, but it's definitely brewing up something over here. It's supposed to reach 40 mile an hour tonight. There's a guy cutting his grass in this weather too. Some idiot. Yeah, that's my favorite saying. I love her when she's asleep. Yeah, I love everyone when they're asleep. That's for sure. Yeah, here it's gonna reach gale force warnings, and it's got 40 mile an hour winds right up until tomorrow. It's already started. There's always some bullshit. Let me see something here. Why this thing is like that? Okay. This is so annoying. Right now it's 26 miles an hour. And it's supposed to reach 40, but it's 26 right now. Oh Lord. It's a brewing. Lots of snow and rain tonight with winds, more snow than we've ever had all winter. Oh wow. Seriously? Oh shit. So my nephew is gonna get some snow tonight then. Cool. He'll probably text my sister and tell her. I'll ask my sister later when I see her. I'm so sick and tired of all this weather. I wish it would just. Sometimes when winter time is annoying, mostly rain for him. Okay, good. Most of the time, here winter is not that bad, but this winter has been annoying as heck. Always windy, always raining. We had like a few nice days here and there, and then it doesn't last. It's like 1 or 2 days of nice weather, and then it goes right back to shit again. So annoying. But hey, it's winter time, so there's nothing we could do about it. It's life. It's better than a hurricane. That's what I always say. I'd rather have wind and rain than have a hurricane. So I don't mind. I know it's only going to be for another month, and then, well, hopefully it's for another month, and then that's it. Because usually April time, the weather gets a lot better here, at least. We shall see. The weather's been so unpredictable that you just never know. You just never know. You just never know. I remember my dad always says in March, there's always going to be like the end of the bad weather. And then he says sometimes in April, we have some days where it's still cold at night or something like that. But once May comes in June, that's it. That's a wrap. It might rain here and there, but that's about it. It's going to start to heat up. I remember last year I had my AC on in May because it was hot. And I was like, yep, time to put the AC on. As usual. Back to big electricity bills. Back to electricity bills. Mm-mm. Paris, would you like a message? I'll give you one if you want. Hey, how you doing, sweetheart? How you been? Meow. Yeah, sure. Yeah, all is good. Same shit, different day. Pretty good. That's good. Good to hear. All right, Paris, let me see what I got for you. All right, Paris, your message is stand your ground. Standing your ground is an empowering, confidence building action to take from time to time. Now is the moment when you need to stand your ground. You know you can do it, and you know you can't. You know that by doing so, you will be the victor. So, Paris, stand your ground. When is my collab with Marley? You mean Marley is tomorrow? Me and Marley on her channel. Yeah, Marley. Marley's terrible. Yeah, not Molly. Marley, like Bob Marley. Nah, that's cool. It's all good. Yeah, we're doing our second collab tomorrow on her channel, and it should be like 8 Eastern time, 9 my time. So should be around that time. But yeah, that is tomorrow night. Yeah, we'll be doing messages and answering questions. You want a spare message, Kitty? You're welcome, Paris, anytime. Yeah, I hope you do too. All right, cool. I'll give you a card. Hold on a sec. Kitty. Kitty. Okay. All right. Your card is a father's love. A father's love for his son or daughter never dies. The strength gained from such love is often unquantifiable. I don't know if I'm saying that right. In that it can be tapped into at any time for whatever reason. Whether your father is still here or past, a father's love is one of the strongest bonds any of us will ever experience. Let's see. Unquantifiable. I guess that's how you say it. Let me see.
Unquantifiable.
Oh, unquantifiable.
Unquantifiable.
Unquantifiable means impossible to express or measure in terms of quantity. Unquantifiable. Okay, I know how to say it now. I like to learn new words. Yeah, you should call him. Yeah, of course. Say, hey, Dad, it's your favorite daughter. So I guess that's a sign from spirit to call your dad because he loves you. Be happy that you have your dad, and he does, because most people have deadbeat dads and asshole dads. I know a few of them. My dad, I love my dad when he's asleep. When my dad's asleep and he don't bother me, that's when I love him the most. Otherwise, that he's a pain in the ass. Yeah, I think you should. Why not? I don't know. I know a lot of dads that don't care about their you know children and stuff, and that hurts me. Yeah, they are stubborn as hell. Yeah, they are definitely. My dad is. My dad is a stubborn mule. That's what he is. He's a Libra, and I've never seen anybody like him in my life. He's just like on another dimension of Earth. Hey, Veronica, what time is it here? 6 o'clock on the dot. Oh, yours is September 30th. Yeah, mine. My dad's September 23rd. Yep, and he is a pain in the ass. I love my dad, but he's just that type of person that's so he's negative a lot. He's always negative. He's happy like once a week, maybe. He likes telling old stories and stuff like that, which I don't mind. But he's like in another world sometimes. It's like, Dad, that's not like that. You got to do it this way. And it's like, whatever. And then I'll explain something to him, and he's like, he doesn't even know what I'm saying. My dad's 80 years old, and he is a pain in the ass. A royal pain in the ass. But hey, your dad's retiring soon? Oh boy. That means he's gonna have a lot of time on his hands. My dad retired about, I would say, 6 years ago. My dad retired. He was 74, I think. He retired about 6 years ago. And ever since then he's been nothing but a nuisance. Oh well, there you go. That's like my dad. My dad's actually gonna thinking about getting hearing aids because my dad said he can't hear much. His ears are like all messed up, and he went to see an ear specialist, and then he felt good for about a week, and then he says, "Now I'm back to normal again." So I said to him, "Well, the first doctor you went to, he said get hearing aids and you'll be perfectly fine, but you don't want to listen because they said to you it costs $2,000 to get the hearing aids. So when you heard $2,000, your whole life ended." Because my dad, he doesn't want to spend no money. He thinks that he's gonna take every last dollar in his coffin with him, and he's gonna spend the money in his new life somewhere on Mars. Hey Lala, how you doing? Yeah, I know. But he's such a pain in the ass, man. He always dwells too much on money. Everything, his whole life is money this, money that. Oh, I can't spend this, I can't do that. Oh, I can't spend the money because it's never gonna come back. I'm getting pension, but the pension doesn't allow me to live better and blah blah blah. And I'm like, man, like what is your problem? And the thing is, me and my sister, we pay for half his bills, and he still complains. And I Like I don't say fuck to him or nothing. I don't swear to him, right? But I tell him like I say to him sometimes, I'm like, you're so stupid that you just like don't get it, do you? He's like, don't call me stupid. I mean, and I was like, you are stupid, like, cause you say stupid shit and you never understand like what me and my sister have done for you, right? You should just be like, okay, yeah. If it wasn't for my son or my daughter paying for half of my shit, I'd be fucked. So be thankful that we pay for half of your shit. You ungrateful. Ugh, damn it, man. He's annoying. He's the only person who gets underneath my skin and makes me mad. He's the only person like that, really. Not the only person, but he knows like he all he has to do is say something and he will annoy me. Like he just says the stupidest shit, and you're like, I'm looking at him like, Mark, shut up. Mark, shut up. Mark, don't say nothing back to him. Just act like you didn't hear him. Mark, don't worry about him. Don't listen to him, Mark. Don't talk back. That's what I keep telling myself. Like, Mark, don't say nothing to him. Because he ain't never gonna change. Yep. My mom's the same way too. My mom is almost the same. I could tolerate my mom way more than my dad. My mom says crazy things too, like it makes me look at her like, right, exactly. Right, exactly. Yeah. That's the best thing to do. But I can't, sometimes I just can't do it. Sometimes I get to the point where I'm just like, you know what? Like, who are you people? And how did I even become your son? Like, I must have got switched at birth. Just the other day, I said that when the apple fell from the tree, my dad always says, "Oh, the apple don't fall far from the tree." And I said, in my case, when I fell off the tree as an apple, I rolled down the fucking cliff, and I stayed far away from because I don't want to be like you. That's for sure. We have a few things in common, but not much. He definitely doesn't have my mindset. He's on my dad's on like a I don't know a paranoia feet like mode. Like everything he does is paranoid about. Your mom hides money and complains she has none. Yep, sounds about right. Your mom gets mad that I try to reuse things. Well, my mom, she always reuses things and stuff like that. But yeah, exactly. Well, my parents think that I have to work every day. That's what they want me to. My dad. If my dad calls me out of the blue, if he called me right now, it's past 6 o'clock, so he knows I'm not working. But if he were to call me right now, he would say, "Hey," I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, what are you doing right now? Are you doing dinner? Are you eating?" He'll never say, "Hey, how you doing? How's it going? What's going on?" He'll just automatically say, he won't even say hello. He'll just say, "Hey, you eating?" Or "Hey, are you doing dinner?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm doing dinner. What do you want? You want some food? Because I know you're like, you're struggling. You might, be broke and shit, so you might need some. I got some leftovers for you." And he's like, "Ha ha ha, yeah, your mom already made food." And I'm like, "Yeah, take that." So I'm always sarcastic back to him because he's very sarcastic, and then I go right back at him, and I'm telling him like, and he's like, "Oh, did you work today?" I'm like, "Yep, all day." Even if I didn't, I always tell him I'm working because if I say no, I'm not working, He'll be like, hey, well, I don't know when you gotta work, you know. And I'm like, oh, shut up, man. Leave me alone. Yeah, exactly. You rather me work in the office than that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. It's but that's just the way those people are from back in the like the older generation. They have this mindset where they have to work every day or they're like a piece of shit. You know, if they don't work every day or all day, or if they don't work like 2 jobs or 3 jobs and save their money and have a house, you know, money in the bank, then they feel like unaccomplished. And then I told my dad, I said, look, you're retired, you're 80 years old, you have your house, right? You have your own house, but you spent all this money on this house, and now you're 80 years old, and now you need money and you don't have it, you know? And then he says, well, you know, I have money, but I just don't want to spend it because I can't put it back because I don't have a job. And I'm like, this guy, man, he's never satisfied. So I told him, well, sell your house and go live in a 1 bedroom apartment with mom, and then live your life. You'll be fine. No, no way, I'll never sell my house. I worked too hard for my house. I said, when you die, Dad, this house is gonna go. Nobody's gonna want it. It's too old. And thank God I fixed it. But I said, don't worry, your older children will be here with the lawyer discussing on who's going to sell it and how much money they're going to get, because that's all they really care about, because they don't care about you. And he just looks at me and he's like, yeah, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, if you sit down, you're lazy. Yep. Or if you don't work for a couple of days, that's it. Oh, yeah, definitely. That's true, Veronica. Yeah, that's how they are. My dad used to get up every day like 5:30, 6 o'clock. He'd be at the table having something to eat and drinking tea. And then 6:30, he's leaving the house to go work construction. And then my dad will come home at like 4 o'clock. He'll get a shower and he'll go to his night job, which was cleaning offices at exempt companies. Then on Saturdays, he'll be off and Sunday. And then Saturday, he'll go to his night. He'll go to this Portuguese. My dad's Portuguese, so he went to like a Portuguese football club, and he was the secretary treasurer and the bartender. So he would work from like 6 at night till like midnight on a Saturday. But during the day Saturday, he might work half a day if there is work, or he'll be working at home, like cutting the trees, cutting the grass, painting the house or something like that. He'll be doing something at home. But he worked 3 jobs every day. He always did something. He was always working. He never was home like during the day. And when a hurricane came and he had to like stay home that day, he'll go sleep all day. He wouldn't even care. He'd be like, yeah, I'm going to sleep. And I'm like, oh boy. Oh yeah, definitely. And now it's even worse for them now because see, my dad, he doesn't have no computer, no internet, no nothing. He doesn't even know how to log on to a computer. He doesn't even know how to type on a computer. He doesn't know anything about a computer. Nothing at all. He just looks at a computer. That's it. When I have my computer up, I'll say, look, this is the news right here, or this is that, or look at this person on Facebook or whatever. And he'll look and put his glasses on. He'll be like, oh yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, cool. But he couldn't like log, he wouldn't know what to do with a computer. He never used one in his life. My mom's the same way. And my dad still has a flip phone, cell phone. My dad has a small little flip phone, because we gave him like one of those Nokias with the little antenna, and he used to sit on it and butt dial everybody. And people will call me and be like, "Oh, your dad, I called me. I think he butt dialed me, but is he okay?" I'm like, "I don't know." So then we end up getting him a flip phone, so that way when he sat on it, he wouldn't butt dial nobody. We've gone through so much shit with that man. Oh my god, he drives everybody nuts. I can tell you stories and stories about my dad. Today the government takes it all back. You can't get ahead. Yeah, exactly. I agree, Paris. I agree. That's what my dad says. Yeah, exactly. So then they can't go on those apps and get them because they don't even know how to go online. But you know what? I blame my parents for the way they live because they don't want to strive for better. They don't want to do better. They don't want to go on the internet. They can't afford the internet. They can't afford this. They can't afford that, or to they're so scared to like pay for something or get something. It's ridiculous. Like I'm looking at it like, what is wrong with you? Like, but I can't say nothing to them because see, they know everything. Um, these people are, I don't know, the younger generation. The younger generation is taking over a lot, but the older generation is just lost in the matrix. Veronica, you donated. Thanks. I appreciate it. You said anything new with my love life. All right, let's check. All right. I don't see anything really new with your love life. I see you focusing on yourself. I think that it bothers you that you don't have any, love life or happiness in your life like that. When it comes to love, you might feel like you want romance, but you don't have it. It's not because of your appearance. It's just because of you might be insecure, shy, like you always say, or you're just worried about being with somebody that's not complete. Um, I do see a King of Swords here, so there is a guy that can enter your love life or come around and be somebody in your love life. If this person already exists, they're a person who's very active, determined, a person that's experienced, might be older than you or the same age. Somebody who has a lot of ideas and very good at what they do for a living. Could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, but doesn't have to. But I see you focusing more on yourself. I also see that you're always living in suspense, like wondering if you're gonna find somebody decent, wondering if you're gonna find somebody that can fulfill your needs and your wants and everything else. But try to trust your instincts and don't just settle for just anybody. You know. But in the next 30 days, there's a possibility for you to like talk to this person, this King of Swords, and get to know them. But don't no need to rush. Just work your way in day by day. But I feel like your mentality is 50-50. Like one day you feel like somebody, and the next day you're like, nah, I'm good. Then the next day you're like, you know what, I wish I had a man. Then the next day you're like, well, I just spoke to my friend and she said that her man did this and her man did that. So, I'm good. I'm single. Just that you can meet this person or talk to this person in the next 30 days. If you are talking to somebody like that right now, then this person is going to be in your energy and they're going to be talking to you and be active in your life. So, yeah, it really depends on you and your energy. So, if you really want it, you can have it. But this person is going to be like half and half. Like, this person is going to be in your life. They're going to be pretty active here and there. And then they're going to be like, well, how you doing, whatever. And then, but they don't, looks like they don't really want like a relationship or nothing. They just might be talking to you. Somebody you might meet, you know. But in the next 30 days, you can possibly like meet this guy or things can continue to like progress, but nothing really serious. You donated, Kitty? I don't see it yet, but it's taking its sweet time. PayPal's like that. Very annoying. But yeah, Veronica, just be on the lookout. That's all. Hey, Virgo, welcome back. Okay, I just got it. Kitty, I just got it. Thanks, sweetheart. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm back. I've been on here for like a half an hour now. I just had to drop off my nephew and come back. Good to see you, Paris. Take care and be safe in that snowstorm. Well, you can go ahead and ask your question, Kitty. Yeah. You just woke up from a nap. Must be nice to be you. Okay, cool, Kitty. No problem. I think I just have a lot of self respect. I don't want to have my friends rather do this trash. Well, that's a good way to look at it, Veronica. There's nothing wrong with that. you know? That's why I see you, still working on yourself and just taking care of yourself. And then if this person comes towards you, you'll analyze them, make sure that they're decent, and then give them a try. If not, oh well. And that's nothing wrong with that. That's a great way to be. That's how I am. I'm not just gonna like be with some random hoe so she can ruin my life. You know? I'd rather be with my dog than be with some whack job woman that just wants me for, to give her money or give her things or buy her shit and give her D all day. You know? You're still sick? I hope you feel better, Virgo. Yeah, exactly. Oh, your sinuses are acting up? Oh, shit. Oh, that sucks. See if you can take an Epsom salt bath. It'll help. Well, I beg to differ that, some men, it all depends if a woman has children or not, you know. But if a woman doesn't have children and she's single, she has just as much leeway as a man that's single. But then you have men who don't care about their kids, and then they have all the leeway in the world. So I agree, but it depends on what's going on with that person. Like, you know, some people are the same, some people are different, and some people are just whack. They're just All right, Kitty. What I'm getting here is, in general, I what I'm getting is, if you follow your old ways and continue to do the same thing, and this might make you feel like you have to make a worthwhile change in order to, have any effect on what your life and outcomes are. Where you live and where you reside might be like an issue where you just, some days you might be like, you know what, I need to get the heck out of here, or I need to move. I need to, like, maybe spice up things around my home so I feel better, or I want to change. I want to do this and I want to do that. So those might be some of your goals, or just might be something that you think about from time to time. Like, just doing things different might be a task for you in general, because you like the things the way it is. And that's okay if you want that. Um, there might be some people around you that are tricky, false. You might have some friends where they might lie to you, or they just misrepresent themselves, and you'd be like, well, I can't hang around you anymore because you're this and you're that, yada yada. You might be exposing some friends that lie, or friends that don't really show you trust, and don't really, you can't trust them, and they don't want to show trust, or they have a problem with trust, or you have trust issues with your friends. Another thing I get here is, you doubt things and people in your life. You might be very indecisive at the moment. You might be hesitant about, the things that you've lost, the things that you're uncertain about right now. You might have anxiety from that, from every now and then you might have some anxiety about how things can be, how things should be, how things was. Um, it's like you don't want to. It's like you're uncertain and you're doubt about the things that are caused by you, or caused by others, mainly by others. I feel like you're okay in your own skin and your own life, but then you get to a point where you're like, I want to speak to people and do things with people, but then why? Because this happens. So there might be people around you that you're like, well, I'll see you when I see you, I'll speak to you when I speak to you, and if I don't, who cares? And then life goes on. So that's what I'm getting here in general. And then I got the King of Pentacles reverse on the bottom here, and that tells me that there might be a man around you that's not very faithful, not very decent, and this man is someone who will do anything to make things bad for you, or sad for you, or just like, you might be dealing with this asshole right now, or you might be dealing with them in the near future. Or in general, you look at men like this. Like, you don't want another man that's going to aggravate you, or disrespect you, or use any type of corruption, or use any means to get what they want from you. So you might have your hand up and say, no thanks, buddy. I'm good. Don't irritate me. Don't come around me. Leave me alone. So you might have one guy around you that comes around and tries to get with you, or tries to talk shit to you, things like that. So in general, yeah, exactly. Love don't live here. anymore. So if I were to analyze this whole thing and give you guidance about this, I would say continue your efforts for yourself, live in joy. The holidays are coming up this weekend, the next weekend, I mean, Good Friday, Easter. I feel like, you might be using those days, and having an Easter egg or hanging out with family, hanging out with your children, whatever the case may be. I don't know what you're doing, but that next weekend could be very good for you. The holidays will be good for you in some way. You might find that the holidays give you that joy and that, you might have a feast, you might have something really good to eat, go to dinner or lunch or breakfast with someone or some people, and then you'll feel like everything's good again. But keep making the effort until you get your full success that you want to attain in your life. Like, don't give up. Whatever you really want to do, the main guidance here is don't worry about all the things that I just mentioned. What you need to do is look to the future, look to your goals, look to your efforts. Whatever you personally want to do with yourself, do it. That's the message. Spirit wants you to do what's best for yourself. As long as you're happy, they're happy. That's the main thing. You're welcome, sweetheart. Wish you the best. I know you're a tough cookie and a tough kitty. Meow meow. But yeah, don't worry about these other things. Sometimes the best thing you can do is count your blessings. And the best thing to do is to look at all the great things you have in your life. Even when things don't seem right and don't seem like you're getting ahead, just always say to yourself, hey, look, I have transportation, I have a place to live, I have electricity, I have water, I have food, I have money, I have, my parents, I have my children, I have my life, I'm not sick, I don't have cancer, I'm not in the fucking hospital dying, I don't have to shoot myself with a needle with diabetes. There's lots of things to be grateful for. And we should all remind ourselves that it could always be worse. You know what I mean? Rudy, your car is still not working. Oh shit. What's wrong? What happened to your car? You sound like me last month. There's always something, man. Last month was my damn car. This week it was my damn washing machine. We fixed the motor mount and oil. Oh, okay. So what's the problem? It's not starting or what? I need a motor mount for my car too. The car still don't reverse. We're hoping it's not the transmission. Oh shit. Yeah, but R is not for reverse, it's for race. Mine, when I put mine in R, it means race. It don't mean reverse. So you're good. I haven't had my car working in 7 months. Oh man. So it's probably a transmission. It's probably a transmission. If it's not going in reverse, it's probably a transmission. Yeah. Yep. Car problems is always annoying. Yeah, Veronica. Yeah, I know. I was 2 weeks without my car. It sucked. I was so mad. I was like, fuck, man. My power steering, man, I couldn't even steer my car. It was so annoying. So is there somebody working on it right now, Rudy? Trying to fix it? I'm getting that it is the transmission. Something to do with the transmission. Yeah. I don't see it getting fixed anytime soon. It sucks. Yeah. Next month it'll be fixed, Rudy, which is next. It's the 23rd now. So I would say in 2 weeks' time it'll be fixed. I asked if it's going to be fixed in April. It says yes. I know that's not what you want to hear. I know you want to hear like tomorrow, but I'm getting that your car will be fixed next month. So next month is around the corner. All right, Veronica, you say, May, Mark, can I ask what my spirit guides? Yeah, me neither. I don't want to buy a new car either, but I see myself end up buying one soon. I don't want to, though. I love my car. That's why I fixed it. You're welcome, Rudy. No problem, sweetheart. I hope it gets fixed earlier than that. Hmm. Well, Veronica, Spirit's protecting you from disappointment. Spirit's trying to protect you from getting with like a bad person or a bad man. Spirit's trying to protect you from feeling lonely and feeling like abandoned and feeling like Spirit's trying to protect you from bad things so you can get something better. They're always trying to like shift the the good to the bad and the bad, to the good. So they're trying to make sure that you abandon your previous plans and your previous mindsets and get into a better mindset and indulge in good things and not bad things. They're also protecting you from from other people. I keep getting people around you that are no good, that are not good for you and not good to be around you. And they're really protecting you from failing to result, like whatever results that you want, they don't want you to fail. But if you do, they're going to make sure that something better comes. They're also protecting you from like making bad decisions, listening to incorrect advice from immature people. I feel like there's a man in spirit that's always around you, to be honest. This could be like a grandfather or somebody that you know. This person was, I feel like this person could be like a grandfather or somebody in spirit that's like, that was a father, and this person was very smart. They could have had like a beard or a mustache or something like facial hair. They're very honest and they're very mature, and they were very devoted to what they had to do, and they were very friendly. This person could have been like somebody of very important significance. So I do get a man that's protecting you, you know? I just told you. Oh, okay. Kitty. Hmm. It's weird because I get like a guy, I get an older guy. Do you have, Veronica, do you have like a grandfather in spirit? Do you know any of your grandfathers? I'll tell you, like, I see a guy here in spirit, and he's telling me, like, you got to watch out for people around you. Hmm. Yeah. Like, I got a guy here, and he's got like, he's got a, like, a, he's got white hair, but it's short, and he's got like a mustache. Like, he's saying that he protects you from certain people around you, like men and people that are around you that try to like try to seduce you or get to you. Like, whoever he thinks is suspicious to him, he tries to protect you or give you signs not to deal with those people. Like, but like he says that you get overwhelmed a lot by people. Like, people overwhelm you. I know you say like you work as a waitress, so you deal with people a lot. And being in a place where you are a waitress, you see different people or the same people every day, right? Or you see one person. If there's a person that you see every day, especially like a man, he might be like watching you or like trying to seduce you or trying to flatter you, or he's like you're suspicious of this person. They might have even offered to like do something for you, and you're like, nah, I'm good. And you might even know this person, but he's trying to protect you from this person. He's trying to separate this person from even trying to deal with you, you know? So be aware of that. Like, this person doesn't want anything good to happen to you. They want, like, you to be in pain or in misery or things like that. But when you come home, it's like your energy gets released from work, if that makes sense. So he's telling me that when you leave work and you're at home is when you're at your best. Like, when you're at home, you're protected. But when you go to work, you gotta watch out for like the destruction of others. Like, people that are there might be hating on you, people that you work with, people that you serve, they might have like bad intentions. So because you're in a place like that, you're always gonna get like different energies and bad energies here and there. Like he's trying to, like, he's telling me that he's trying to make sure that, whoever this person is, that doesn't go towards you. Yeah, because they divert people away from you. That's how it works. Spirit will do something that will make sure you're protected. So, for instance, when you're in the public eye, like you are, right? Like we all when we go out into the public, we're always like suspicious of people around us, right? Because people have bad intentions, and some people have good intentions. But with you, because you work in a public setting, you're getting more of that. You're getting attention. You're getting like energy that you're supposed to not get. Hey Zara, how you doing, sweetheart? How you been? So yeah, he's pretty much protecting you as much as he can, with people. And there's definitely like a guy that's trying to seduce you or trying to get to you. And he says he doesn't want this person around you. But when you go home, like the thing, let me ask you something. When you go home, like how do you feel? You feel like relieved? You feel like you're like, oh, your troubles are gone. If you feel that way, then that's why you feel that way. Because when you leave work and you leave that atmosphere of all those people's energy, when you come home, you're protected. You know what I'm saying? You're good, Zari. That's good to hear. A lot of work. Hey, that's good. A lot of work is good. Keeps you busy and out of trouble. I'm glad you're fine, though. I'm glad you came by. I miss you too, sweetheart. Don't be a stranger. But I'm glad you're busy. I'm glad you're doing good. That's good to hear. Right, and that's what your grandfather's telling me. Is your home is your sanctuary. Your home is your peace. Love you too, sweetheart. Like Veronica, he's telling me that when you're home, it's like you're protected even more. Like there's a dome over you, like saying, nobody can touch you. We have you now in our possession, so you're good. So like when you're home, you're super protected, and you. It's like he takes away all that negativity from you, and flushes it down the drain, because he says you get zapped by these people at work and when you're in public, especially from a guy. So there could be a young man around you, right? There could be a young guy around you that's trying to seduce you. So be careful. Like, how guys say, oh, yeah, can I buy you a drink and all that shit? Don't let nobody do that, unless you know who the person is, or you get to drink your fucking self. So he says there's a man around you that's trying to seduce you. That's what he says to me. Right. That's what I mean. Your grandfather says that this person's trying to seduce you and use you and like take whatever they can from you. I don't know if you bring this person around your home, but don't. So that's what I'm getting. Don't deal with this person. If you already feel that way, Veronica, then it's trying to tell you something. That's what it's trying to tell you, that this man's gonna flatter you, he's gonna distract you, he's going to temporary try to distract you and to seduce you, and he's gonna try and do something bad. So be very careful. Oh, cool, kitty. That's for me. Ten of Cups is definitely right. I'm happy with family and stuff. The devil's always out to get me, yes. And I'm very patient, you know. Like it could be somebody at work. Yeah. Let me check, Veronica. Hold on. I'll check. My dog will entertain you in the background. See. Yeah, see. I get some untrustworthy people around you. Yeah. Like it's more of a financial thing. Like see how you asked me like financial question mark? Yes, he's trying to get money from you. So be careful. So this guy, he wants money from you. So if there's a guy that's trying to get money from you, that's who it is. And this person's like in a bad place right now and they'll do anything for it. So be aware of that. Like this is like his warning to you. Your grandfather's pretty much warning you, like, stay away from this guy. And if you do feel people's energies all over the place, then that's what he's trying to tell you. That's what your grandfather's trying to say. Is if you're already feeling this, which he's already mentioning, that's why he's mentioning it again. Because if you're already feeling it and dealing with it, then it's trying to tell you that don't be around these people. And you're protected at home. You got me? Well, the good thing is that your grandfather's protected. That's a good thing. Like I feel this guy that I'm talking to, he died a long time ago. This guy passed away a long time ago. Like it wasn't definitely wasn't recent. It's a while ago this guy passed away. So I can see like older things around him. Yeah, that this I would say this guy passed away like 40 years ago. At least 40 years ago, this guy passed away. Probably even longer than that. I don't know. But I'm getting like he passed away a while ago. Because I can see that like he's already been in spirit for a long time. Yeah, it could be. It could be. Like I said, the guy I see, he's got short white hair and he's got a white mustache, right? And it's thick. It's a thick white mustache. And he's like, I would say he's about 5'7", maybe, something like that. And he's like medium build. And he's got like, I can see like he might have worked in like a farm or something like that, or worked in an area where there was like dirt. But he's smart, dude. No, no, hell no. No, he's not mean. If he was mean, he wouldn't talk to you. I said he has a medium build, not mean. Now his energy is good. I don't get enough of I meant stern. Yeah, he looks like, he's not smiling, so he's like, he's just like, he looks stern. I would say he looks stern. Yeah. Yeah. Like he's not actually, smiling and waving, hey. Like his mustache makes him look mean, but he's like, I don't get a mean energy from him, though. But yeah, he looks kind of stern. Yeah. Like if you have pictures of him and he looks like that, then I would say that's him. You know. But honestly, like when he was walking just now, like I saw him walking, he's got like these black shoes and it had dirt on the bottom. So where he lived might have been like a dirt place, or he must be lived might have been like a dirt place, or he must be lived like he might have like he might have worked like in a farm or something like that. Where he worked in like a dirty place, like like a dirty road place, or like the area around him was dirty. You don't have any pics, yeah. Like, does your family have blue eyes? Does anybody in your family have blue or green eyes? You have light brown or black eyes, yeah, like me. Yeah, he looks like he has blue eyes, to be honest. That don't matter anyway. My sister has dark brown eyes like me, and her sons are green eyes and blue eyes. Yeah, he has blue eyes. That's what I can see. He's got like very, very light blue eyes, like baby blue eyes. And he's like light, he's like pale white. Yeah, that's why I said 40 years ago he's probably been dead. So if you're not 40 years old, then he died way before you were born. Honestly, I feel like he's your mom's dad, or your mom's like grandfather. Yeah, I think it's on your mom's side. Because he showed me like a woman that it was his daughter. So I think he's on your mom's side, to be honest. That's what I'm getting from him. Because he showed me a guy, and then he showed me a lady, and then he was like, this is my daughter. And I was like, okay, cool. We all do. We all inherited things from somebody, or we just open our own gifts. That's how it works. You know, if you want to do, if you want to do things like that, if you want to be a psychic or you want to be those things, people have the gifts. You just have to open it up, and you have to like, really go for it, and allow yourself to be, met by spirit if you really put in the time and the effort and you show them like you can be trusted. Because spirit don't want nobody that they can't trust. If you're honest, if you're honest like me and you really give people like, what they really seek and answer and you do what you gotta do, spirit's always got your back. Yeah, that's what I'm saying because this guy, he showed me, right? Like, does your mom have a brother? Do you know that much? I'll tell you what I see. I see this man, I see his wife, and then I see a woman and then a man. So he looks like he had a boy and a girl that he's shown me. So if your mom had a brother, it could be him. It could be him. There you go. Problem solved. Hey Marley, how are you, sweetheart? You know what, Veronica? You say any spiritual gifts um, on your mother's side. I mean, any spiritual gifts inherited from my ancestors. You can benefit from it, like I see, but it's going to be very tricky for you because you might, dispute it, or you might be very cautious or indecisive about having any gifts to deal with, and it might like make you feel like weird, or it might make you feel like you're trapped. You might not be able to handle the spiritual gifts, is what I'm getting, and you might not want to do it once you start doing it. So it's really up to you. Like I said, it's up to you. Something like that, you can inherit gifts from your ancestors and from spirit and from anybody, in your family. But like for instance, me, I didn't inherit any of these gifts from my family because nobody in my family does what I do. So I feel like you're chosen to do it, and if you open up to it, then it can be you. Like some people are just some people. It doesn't have to be like a hereditary thing or like a hand down thing or inherited from somebody. Like I feel like some people yes and some people no. You're getting dreams that are starting to be prophetic. Yeah. Well, if you're getting those dreams, then you might be inheriting the vision to see dreams and to deal with dreams. See, my dreams are stupid as shit and they don't make no sense. But yet I can do what I'm doing now, no problem. But my dreams don't mean anything. I'll dream of the stupidest thing in the world. Like me, like going up to a guy in a red truck that I don't know in my dreams and be like, hey, buddy, you cool? Yeah, man, what's up? And I don't even know who the hell it is. That's how stupid my dreams are. They don't make no damn sense. So to me, I don't have the gift of dreaming and seeing shit. My gift is this, different. So for you, you might be inheriting the gift to see through dreams. Yeah. So like I said to you just now, that when you go home, spirit is with you, like your grandfather's with you, right? And he's making sure that you're protected at home. So when you go home, it's like you're being recharged and you're being re-energized and you're being taken care of, you're being protected, you're being dealt with. So you're gonna start to feel those things, especially if you want to. But be careful, be careful dealing with it and be careful of like people trying to get to you. You might be thinking a lot too, overthinking. I'm getting a lot of in the cards, I get a lot of thinking with you. You're thinking a lot, thinking too much, and that's why you're dreaming a lot. Because when you think a lot, you dream a lot. least that's my opinion. But you can benefit from these things, like benefit from, the dream seeing and the spiritual gifts. You can benefit from it if you want to, but be careful as you do it. And what I mean by that is like address spirit every day. So I know you don't know your grandfather that I'm talking to. I know you never met him, but you can say, "Hey, grandpa, can you thank you for helping me? Can you please continue to protect me and help me and open me up to seeing what I need to see and put me in the places to make sure that I'm not going to get hurt. I'm not going to have no problems. Can you please help me, grandpa? And I appreciate you helping me." That's what my advice to you is. As when we communicate with spirit on the other side, anybody can do it. You don't have to be a fucking psychic to do. You know what I'm saying? You have to actually, say it out loud and say it when you're home and do what you have to do. Like you have to like be very persistent in talking to them every day and gratitude. Show them gratitude. Don't just keep asking them for shit because then they're gonna be like, "This mofo is crazy." They want gratitude. They want you to show gratitude, just like you do with God. You do with spirit because God is a spirit. You know. Okay, Marley, take care. Are you going live today, Marley? And how is M's birthday? You can talk to me later. It's cool if you have to go. But yeah, Veronica, you've been praying lately silently to myself. Yeah, but that's good because your prayers are being met. Your prayers are being answered. Your prayers are being dealt with. And that's why, I saw your grandfather there in the background. But it's not just him. It's him, his wife. He shows me the people around you and he shows me the bad people too. So, just keep praying and keep like write down your dreams and they'll make sense to you. Because I'm not really a dreamer type person, but I always suggest to people to write down, get a journal, get a book, have a pen. So when you wake up, I dreamt of this, this, and this. If it don't make sense, don't worry about it. Just write it down. You can write the date before you go to sleep. March 23rd, 2024, I dreamt of this, this, and this. Next day, I dreamt of that, that, and that. And it'll all become like a sequence or a sequel that you go through. So that's my advice to you. You can do that. Hey, Miss Bikini, how you doing? No problem. I'm glad I can keep you company. But Veronica, just keep it up. Just keep doing what you have to do because it's working. Whatever you're doing now, it's working. But everybody has to worry about everybody else. You know what I'm saying? We all have to worry about the people around us because the people around us might not have our best interest at heart. And it's sad that that's the case. But, I see like there's a man that's not good for you. So be aware of that person. They're going to be showing themselves. They're going to be, they're going to be around. And there's good people that you are around too. You're around me. You're around, spirit that's in your home around you. So even if you never met your grandfather, it doesn't matter. I never met mine either. So, and they died. They died. One of my grandfathers died while my mom was pregnant with me, and my other grandfather died when I was 9 months old. Obviously, I saw him when I was 9 months old, but I don't remember. But I have a vision of what happened, and he showed me what happened. And I know they helped me. So, and I know what they look like because I have pictures of them. But not everybody has that, I would say that privilege of seeing every person that works for them in spirit. None of us do. We'll never know who's in our family tree if we don't ask or we don't find out. But that's the person that I see, and that's the person that's really protecting you a lot. So, but I feel like he's been gone for at least 40 plus years. So if you're not 40 years old, then that means that's probably why you never met him. You're welcome, sweetheart. No problem. Thank you too. I appreciate it. But it's all my suggestion is to always talk to spirit, always. Even if you don't know who your grandfather is, I just tell you, what he looks like and he's around you. So just refer to him as grandfather. Yeah, if you're in your 20s, then that makes sense. He died way before you were born. But see, now you have homework to do. If you want, I don't know how close you are with your mom or whatever. You can ask your mom, hey, what did your dad look like? Or what did your grandfather look like? You know? No, hell no. No. You didn't meet him, no. Because he told me he died over 40 years ago. Because the first thing he did, he put up his hand. He goes, "Man, I died 40 years ago." That's what he said to me when he first saw me. So that's why I said what I said. So I knew right away. See, I never knew your age. And you don't have to tell me your age, but that makes sense. You said you're in your 20s. So if he died 40 years ago, you never saw him. But he's protecting you. You don't have to see somebody for them to protect you. It's just our ancestors. It's all good. Everybody has a spirit army. We all have a spirit army full of people, generations and generations of people that are protecting other people in our family, protecting us, making sure we have what we need, what we want. And the only thing I tell people is, man, you're not doing the right thing. Spirit ain't gonna really, fix your life. You've got to fix your life, and then they help you maintain it, and they help you, fix it if you are willing to acknowledge them and take their help. But when you're not doing something right, they don't give a fuck about you. They're gonna go on to the next person because you ain't doing what you're supposed to do. Some people debate me on that, but I'm the one talking to them, not them. If they can prove me wrong, then you can prove me wrong. But I haven't been proven wrong. Because I've had spirit tell me plenty of times, I don't approve of what my daughter's doing. I don't approve of what my son's doing, or I don't approve of what this person's doing. They're doing this and they're doing that. And they ask me to call the person out, or they tell me to tell that person about themselves. And they're like, holy shit. And then they change their life because they know they're not doing the right thing. And they know now that spirit it knows about their life. Because how the fuck am I supposed to know? They're telling me. So if you're doing the right things, you get the right help. If you're not doing the right things, then they don't give a fuck. They're gonna be like, oh well, let me go somewhere else because you ain't paying attention. And that's how it is. That's how people get possessed by the devil, and that's how people like don't do what they're supposed to be doing. And that's why their lives are fucked up. But what do I know? But it's true. I want everybody to understand that that's how it works. So, well, there you go. That's all that matters. If you feel like you're reassured and what you're doing is good so far, and that's why the things are happening to you. That's why good things are happening. That's why you're here talking to me to reassure yourself that you're not crazy and you're doing the right thing. Because a lot of people think they go crazy when they, deal with spirit and shit, but it's not. It's you just got to learn how to handle it. That's all. You just got to learn how to handle it. Simple. You're welcome, sweetheart. No problem. I got you. It's all good. Uh, Let me tell you, and you have spirit to thank for that. Believe me. Because you're looking at somebody right now who dodged so many bullets. I had a spiritual bulletproof vest on me every fucking day, and I still do. When I was your age, God and spirit had like a fucking force field around me to make sure I didn't die, I didn't go to jail, and bad things didn't happen to me. There's been many of times where I'm like, yep, I dodged another fucking bullet. Holy shit, I didn't see that coming. Or oh boy, look at that. If I was there at that time, that would have happened to me. So, I don't elaborate too much on those things because nobody needs to know my personal business. But yeah, what you're going through now is what I've been there, done that. And you know what? Coming on here for the past 4.5 years, I've dodged a lot of spiritual attacks from people. There's a lot of people that don't like me on YouTube. I tell you that right now. There's a lot of mofos on here that don't like me, especially the psychics and other mediums, because I make them look like idiots because they don't do shit for people like I do. They don't give a fuck about you, but I do. And that's why I get a lot of hate in the past. But now they don't bother me because they know they can't get me now. They gave up. They're like, yeah, this fucker, he's still here. Oh well, fuck him. We can't do anything to him. We tried already. So yeah, I get it. And we're not the only ones that feel like that. A lot of people feel that way. Like I said earlier, if we have good health, if we have a job, we have electricity, we have a place to live, we have good children, we have good people in our lives, that's a lot to be grateful for. There's a lot of people who are going through hell right now, you know? A lot of people that are facing cancer, diabetes, diseases, a lot of people that are, homeless. I had a person come in my earlier life and she said to me, she stumbled upon my channel and she asked me a question. I answered it. And I told her that, I see that she's secure and she's home now. And she told me that she was homeless and she finally signed a lease for a home the last 2 days. Man, just like that. A random person that found me. And I just reassured her that, you're good now. But see, that person was homeless and then found a home. So she's blessed. She could still not have a home, her and her kids. So there's a lot of people who complain about petty shit, but there's people out there that can't even find a job and a home. That's why I tell everybody, be fucking grateful for everything you have. And that's one thing I always thank God for every day, for everything I have, everything I own. Today I had two guys from Sears come here and bring a brand new dryer and washer. I'm grateful that I can afford it. I'm grateful that I got it. I'm grateful that I have a washing machine and a dryer in my apartment. Some people don't. Some people have to gather their clothes and go to a fucking laundromat and pay all this money. They got to pay for gas to get there, pay for the laundromat shit. But I have it right here. You see what I'm saying? So I'm grateful that I can, afford these things. I have money to get it. I have it. I'm grateful that I have these things. Like just the little things like that make the biggest difference to me because I know people don't have that privilege. They don't have that life. So I always encourage everybody that comes in here to be very grateful for what you have. Because there's a lot of people in this world that don't have fucking nothing. Jack shit. So be very grateful every day. And I'm not saying nobody in here is not grateful, but I'm just saying the more you show gratitude, it makes your whole attitude and your whole life better. Like trust me, that's like me. I used to take everything for granted. You know what I'm saying? And now, like I'm so grateful that I have everything. It's like it's overwhelming. It really is. Yeah, I like them. They're my new washer and dryer. They're called they're Electrolux. They're the new Frigidaire company, and I had Frigidaire before, and it lasts me like 14 years. So I got the newer versions of them. I'll show them to you. Hey, love and life, how you doing? Absolutely, I'm forever grateful now more than ever because I realize that I'm here, I'm living, and I'm good. Yeah, that's my new washing machine and dryer. I just got them. Still got the damn stickers on them. That's a dryer on the top and a washer on the bottom to stack them. It fits perfect in the spot too. They're a little bit bigger than the ones I had. The ones I had were a little bit smaller than this, like maybe 4 inches smaller. And these are real like deep. They take a lot more clothes. But it's only me washing clothes anyway, so it's only for me. I ain't washing nobody's thongs or nothing like that, or panties in here. Like I just wash my own shit. But yeah, I'm very grateful that I got them. My last ones lasted me 14 years. So, and the dryer is still good. I gave it to my brother. My brother needed not a dryer, so I gave him my old one because he can't afford a dryer. So I gave him the old one. So he was grateful, even though he's a dickhead and he don't deserve it. But whatever. I'd rather give it to him than throw it in the trash. It's getting dark in here. Let me hold on. Let me turn the light on. What are you getting out for? Ain't nobody call you. Holy shit. I can see the light. It got dark quick. It's like 7:20. Oh yeah, it's definitely an upgrade. Oh yeah. Oh right. You have the top loader. Yeah, I got front loaders. The one you have is a top loader. It's like my mom. My mom has the top loader one. She had the Amana one. Yeah, exactly. It's definitely, like I said, like I feel like I'm blessed every day just to like not be in the hospital and not be like, just to be like free and be like happy and just have everything I need, to be honest. Honest to God, love and life, I don't know what I would do without God in my life. And without spirit and without you guys, I'll be nothing, you know? The best thing that happened in my life was coming on here. And for the past 4.5 years, I've met more good than bad people, which is great. And I'm glad I've helped thousands of people. And I'm glad that I thought that thousands of people helped me. Like, if it wasn't for them, for everybody that comes in here and have fun and laugh and talk shit and like just be, normal people and just help each other, like that means everything to me, you know. Even Dan, even though Dan's a Leo, and I was kind of skeptical, because I don't really like Leo guys, but Dan's all right on Saturdays. I don't know about tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday. He's kind of like, hey Dan. See, it's shit like that that makes everything, everybody's happy. I'm happy. I just try and be positive as much as I can, even though some days I want to fucking slap the shit out of somebody, but I'm just like, I'm just living in the world. That's all. I'm happy. I'm happy everything's okay. And when something's wrong, I try to fix it. That's just me in general. Yeah. But we should always upgrade in life. We should always get better, not doing the same shit all the time. Like it's good to like be positive and just keep doing positive shit. Even if you help somebody, it'll make you feel like a certain way and stuff like that. It's good. It's good to be happy. It's good for your heart. The more you eat, the more you fart. You know. But anyway, we will all be okay. And the key to being okay is to showing gratitude, being, you know, being happy for what you have, even if it ain't much. And never envy somebody else's life. Let that person live their life. Leave them alone. I feel like God's put me through a lot of tests because the people I work for, the people I'm around, all have way more than me. But one thing they don't have more than me is self confidence, self love, and self, everything. So I'm not selfish. I don't care what you have. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care what you live. I don't care how much, what car you drive. I don't care how much women you have. I don't care like what the fuck you do. I don't give a shit about your life. If you're happy with your life and you have everything that you want and need, I'm happy for you. But I'm not the type of person that envies people's lives and I don't want to be like somebody else. I'm glad being myself. I'm glad being me because I know I'm a legend in my own mind. And that's all that matters. I don't have to be a legend to you. I'm a legend in my fucking mind. That's all that matters. You know? Yeah, exactly. Love and life. I appreciate the kind words, especially in people who I surround myself with. Exactly. You are who you hang around. That's what they say. If you're around good people, you get good things. You're around bad people, then the devil's up your ass all day with that pitchfork, turning you around in the fire. That's what I'm trying. That's what I've been preaching for years. You got to do what's best for you, not for everybody else. You can't fix stupid. The only thing you can fix is yourself. And if you're stupid, you can fix yourself. You know? And that's it. My main thing this year is to not worry and to do what's best for me and not hold back from me wanting or needing something. There's many times where I'm like, I have so much shit now and like I don't even know what to do with myself sometimes. But when I got the washing machine and the dryer today, like I wasn't expecting them to put it all together. I thought they were gonna drop it off and just be like, "Yeah, fuck you, goodbye." But like because I came across as someone that was actually grateful, they actually did the whole thing. They put it all together, and I said, "Look, I don't have any water hoses and the plug for the dryer because I gave it to the other person." They were like, "No, we're good. We got you. You just got to pay $55 if you want a new one because we have them in the truck." And I was like, "All right, bro, cool. Yeah, I got the money on me. I'll give it to you." And he's like, "Okay, cool, bro." Then he was like, "Oh, you're from Boston?" I'm like, "No, no, no." I said, "I just like all the Boston teams." He goes, "Yeah, me too, man. I was born in Boston and my kids out there now in school." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool, bro." And we were like the same age. So he has an 18-year-old in college in Boston. He was saying, "Yeah, man, I can't wait to go back there and blah, blah, blah." So because like we had that Boston connection, he was, happy to like, hook me up. And him and his friend hooked everything up. I didn't even have to touch anything. He did everything. And I'm like, no way. I was happy as fuck. So I didn't have to, because my back's much better now. But like, I'm like, fuck, if I have to lift shit and I have to, do shit, I'm going to be fucking my back up again. So those guys did everything. And I was like, wow. I just looked up to the heavens and I was like, I can't believe this shit. Like, God just put these two people here and they did everything for me. Like, I'm like, this is crazy. And I didn't have those two items, and he happened to have them in the truck. And I'm like, what's the chances of that? Like everything going right. So, when you're blessed, God takes care of you. You know what I'm saying? So that was my only fear today. I was like, fuck, I hope I don't have to go back to a store to buy hoses and a plug for this damn machine. I hope it comes with it. But it didn't come with it, but he had it in the truck. And he was like, "Oh, what do you need? A 3-prong or a 4-prong? I only have a 3-prong here." I said, "Yeah, I have a 3-prong. I have a 3-prong here, not a 4-prong." And he was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I got a 3. You're in luck." I'm like, "Fuck." And I just said to myself, "Yep, if you little do you know, bro, spirits got me. That's why he must have put that shit in the truck for you." But see, that's how I am. Like when things go right, like I'm always praising God and praising spirit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I always like I constantly have that in my mind. When things go right, I'm like, wow, God is great. Spirits got my back. My ancestors that they made sure that this shit went right for me today. Thank God. And when things are bad, I do the same thing. I'm like, all right, spirit, all right, God, look, I know you probably wanted to, put this in my path to challenge me, so I'm willing to take the challenge. All right, I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna make sure I don't go through this fucking mountain. I'm gonna go around it and make sure I don't fuck nothing up. Or I always I'm constantly always thinking on a positive note, or I'll laugh at the negative things and be like, look at this shit. Yeah, of course this shit had to happen. And I'm like, yeah, well, it's all good. Fuck it. Like when my car broke down last month, like I just laughed and said, you know what? It was bound to happen. A car is like a human being. It breaks down. It's got fucking problems. Who cares? And I came on live and I started talking shit to everybody. And everybody was like, yeah, I know what that's like, Mark. My car is this and that, blah, blah, blah. And then my car got fixed and everybody's like, yeah, you got Betsy back. Oh, cool, cool. Then 2 weeks later, my fucking washing machine starts making noise when it's spinning. Clack, 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 clack. I'm like, oh, fuck. What next? And I'm like, well, fuck it. It lasted 14 years. And now look, 2 weeks later, I got a new washer and dryer. You see what I'm saying? So like, why am I gonna get mad and throw a tantrum and be like, my life is so fucked up. I have bad luck. My car, my watch. Like, I'm not a dramatic fucking idiot. Like I just say, you know what? This is life. It happens. My life can't be perfect. Your life can't be perfect. Shit happens. Shit breaks. You gotta fix it. You gotta replace it. It's a part of life. Nobody's gonna have like a washing machine and a dryer for the rest of their fucking life. Nobody's gonna have a car for the rest of their life. It don't work that way. You see what I'm saying? We all outgrow our clothes. We all outgrow our shoes as we grow. Nothing's the same. Everything's constantly changing. So if you roll with the punches and roll with the changes, then your life becomes better. You just have to stop bitching and moaning and complaining about the stupid petty things that you have in your life. And I can't express that enough. And some people are like, well, you don't know what it is to be this man. And I'm like, yeah, of course, because you know my fucking life, right? Because I'm happy doesn't mean that, because I'm not happy one day doesn't mean like I'm going to take it out on the whole world and be like, God doesn't love me. Like grow the fuck up and realize that shit happens. Get over it. Be positive. Make sure, you stay that way. Because if not, you're going to be a miserable, ungrateful, selfish shit. Yeah, exactly. Right. But I'm making the example, right? That, what people say, yeah, what's next? My life, yeah, I don't have no luck and nah. See, now I don't do that, love and life. I say, it happens, fuck it, whatever. I'm ready for the next challenge. I'm ready for the next thing, whatever it is. Like, I don't care. Like, it's just, I'm not gonna lose sleep over things that I feel that are not going right. Because when everything's great, we should be grateful. The material things can always be replaced and fixed. And that's what I'm over now. I'm over that shit. I'm so over that negative thought and feeling. Like I'm not trying to manifest what's next. I'm trying to manifest the present. I don't care about the future either. The future is gonna come when it comes. Whatever's in the present today, I'm gonna deal with it right now. Because when I plan, God laughs. If I plan for next week, God's gonna be like, no, no. You ain't doing that next week, Mark. We got other plans for you, bro. But good try. And that's exactly what happens to me a lot. I plan shit and I think I'm more cool planning this shit. Next thing you know, hey Mark, can you do this for me? Or hey Mark, we need you to do this. Hey Mark, this. I'm like, but I was planning on doing that. Oh, I guess not. Now I don't make plans. I'm like, whatever. I'm like, if it happens today, it happens today. If it happens tomorrow, it happens tomorrow. If I do make plans and they work, then I know they're meant to be. Yeah, it's out of my control. And I said to myself, they scheduled to come here at 10 o'clock on Saturday today to bring my washer and dryer. And at 9:30, the guy called. He said, hello, Mark. I'm like, yep. He goes, oh, we're coming. We're going to be there in 45 minutes. We're loading the washer and dryer and we're on our way. And I said, okay, thank you. He goes, okay. Well, those guys got here. Everything went perfect. They got here, they offloaded, they put everything in, everything's working, everything's fine. I'm washed 2 loads of clothes, dried 2 loads of clothes, life is good. That's it. And I'm not going to sit here and beg God not to bring me anything else to deal with. I'm going to be like, just keep me healthy and I'm happy. I'll take all the rest of the bullshit. That's cool. But I just don't want to be in no hospital. I don't want no disease. I don't want to be sick because that's the worst thing that can happen to you in your life. I'll take the broken washing machine, the fucked up car. I'll take fucked up people in my life. I'll take all of those things, no problem. But I don't want no health issues. That's what I personally don't want. And I beg God for that every day. And and he relieves me of all those things. But I gotta do my part. I gotta come on here. I gotta help everybody. I don't have to, but I help everybody. I talk to everybody. I motivate people. I give advice. I read for people. I try and help everybody I possibly can. These are things that we should be doing, And then some people are listening to me in the background, like, fuck, he's describing me right now. I'm kind of petty and shit. I should think otherwise. And some people listen to me next time they listen to this live and they'll be like, you know what, Mark's right. I shouldn't be like, petty. I shouldn't like worry about small, stupid shit. I should be like grateful I'm not in the hospital, you know? Yeah. Well, I just wish that there were more positive people in the world. And I didn't get positive overnight. It took me a long time to be positive because I had to get rid of all the negative in my life, and that was a lot. I had to accumulate. I accumulated a lot of negative shit throughout my lifetime. Negative people, negative thoughts, negative family, negative friends, negative everything. So, in order for me to like become who I am now, which is a way better person than I was years ago, I had to evolve. I had to speak to other people. And like I said, coming on here, it made my life better. It really did because I got to speak to men, women, and I got to speak to like people who actually have a fucking brain like me. And I got to speak to people who have been through hell and back and taught me. When I listen to people's stories on here, it makes me understand that my life isn't bad like you think it is. Like my little petty shit is nothing compared to what some of these people have been through. And that's what made me a better person, realizing that you're fucking worried about, your business and people aggravating you and your dad aggravating you and your brother being a cunt and your fucking sister being a bitch. Man, these people like are going through hell over here and trying to get you to like fix it and trying to get you to tell them what spirit wants them to do. You see what I'm saying? So like people's misfortunes on here have taught me that my life is almost perfect compared to theirs. So I use people's, lives on here and their stories to make me understand that my life isn't bad, because these people have it a lot worse than me. And when some people come in here and say their stories and they're open, people in the background are like, holy shit, I thought my life was bad. Look at these people. And you know how many people that have had a fucked up life that come in here and have evolved like me and have changed their lives like me? Plenty of people have done it. That's why people come in here now, because they're like, you know what? I remember Mark saying this and Mark saying that. And look now, look, and people will come back in here and be like, hey, Mark, look, I went from jobless to having a job. I went from homeless to having a house. I went from this to that. Remember, Mark, you always motivated me. You always made me believe things. You always, taught me this. And, we all learn from each other. I didn't, I learned from everybody around me. Every person that comes in here, I learn from, and vice versa. Yeah, exactly. Nah, I'm not calling anybody. I call people out in a nice way. I don't do it in a bad way, unless they aggravate me. I roast my damn self, because I know I can be a lot better than I am, even though I'm at a better place in my life now. I consider myself a good human being, but I know I can always, make myself even better. And that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm doing as I speak. I'm always trying to better my life. I'm always trying to find a better way to, like, to make everybody else around me better, and also make myself, also take care of myself. And that's what I did these past 2 weeks. I actually said, fuck work and fuck everybody. And I'm going to work on my health and work on my back. And now I feel like my back doesn't even hurt. And then I said to myself, oh shit, when these washing machine and dryer comes, I'm going to have to deal with that shit. I'm probably going to have to, like, move it or do this. And then everything went my way. I was like, holy shit. I honestly didn't think that I was not going to do anything. I literally sat in this chair in this corner and watched those guys put it together and was talking to them. They never asked me to help them or anything, and I was like, "Fuck, this is a miracle. This is the first time someone's come to this fucking house where they don't ask me for a tool. They don't ask me to help them. Oh, my boss didn't give me this. They came totally prepared and did everything for me." And I was just like, wow. See what happens when you're a good person? You get good shit. And some people would say, but I'm a good person and I don't get good shit. That's why, because you said it out loud. Just shut the fuck up and just continue to be a good person. And eventually the universe will say, oh, crybaby's not crying. They're a good person. We're going to start blessing them now. Here, take this blessing real quick. And then you're like, oh, yay. And then if it registers, then you'll get more. If it doesn't register and you bitch and moan, then they're gonna be like, oh, dumbass is crying again. All right, well, let's give him something else then. That's my nephew. He says he's on his way with the food. I'm having takeout tonight. Again. I'm having a bacon cheeseburger tonight with some French fries from this place down the hill here. All right, I'm going to get out of here. My nephew said that he's on his way from the food. And I'll be back on probably tonight, I guess. I don't know if Marty's coming on, but if you guys know Marty, you can hang out at her room. And tomorrow, me and Marty are going to be on her channel doing a live together. So if I won't be here tomorrow night, I'll be over her channel. Well, I'll come on here and after her channel like I always do. And we all hang out here at night. I should be here tonight, like late, like probably like midnight my time, because I'm going to watch the game at 9. So at 9, I'm watching the game, and then I'll be here like 11:30 midnight my time. So right now it's 7:43. So I'll be back in like 4 hours. I'm gonna eat my dinner, and I'm going to watch the game with my nephews because they're off for 2 weeks from school. So they're gonna be over here being a pain in my ass and watching basketball with me and all that type of stuff. And next weekend's Easter. Yay. Get me a nice Easter egg. Chocolate Easter egg, that is. All right, Dan. I don't know if M's coming live. I don't know if you've spoken to her or not. She came in here earlier, but she had to go real quick. I don't know if she's going live or not. She might be still celebrating with her daughter. I'm not sure. But either way, I'll be back on tonight about 11:40, something like that. Hey, Becca, I just got your message. I have to go check it. I'm getting off live right now. Becca's like, Bark, I'm crying. I'm sure. I'm going to check out your message now. All right, I'll see you guys later on tonight, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Yeah, that's cool. I'm getting off right now. I'm going to check it right now. Becca, I'll chat to you. All right, everybody. I'll see you guys later on.